Let your body find its place now, wherever you are. Let the weight of the day begin to settle, like dust drifting down through still air. Feel the surface beneath you, holding you gently, and let your breath begin to slow, just a little, with no effort at all. There is no need to force anything. There is no need to arrive anywhere. You are already here, in this quiet space, and this is all that is needed. Perhaps you can imagine a wide, open meadow, stretching out before you in every direction, soft and green and endless. The grass is long and lush, bending slightly in a breeze so gentle you can barely feel it on your skin. The sky above is a pale, soft blue, with clouds so thin they are almost transparent, drifting without purpose, without hurry. There is a stream running through the meadow, and you can hear it before you see it, a low, constant murmur, like a whisper that has been speaking since the beginning of time. It is the sound of water moving over stones, over roots, over the earth itself, and it is the only sound here, aside from your own breath, slow and steady and quiet. You feel the ground beneath your feet, soft and giving, and you begin to walk toward the stream. Each step is slow, deliberate, unhurried. The grass brushes against your ankles, cool and damp with morning dew. There is no destination, no purpose to this walk other than the walk itself. The air is clean and fresh, carrying the faint scent of earth and water and something green, something alive. You breathe it in, and as you do, you feel a loosening in your shoulders, in your jaw, in the place behind your eyes where tension likes to hide. The stream comes into view now, its surface glittering with fragments of light, scattered like tiny mirrors catching the sun. The water is clear, so clear you can see the stones at the bottom, smooth and rounded, each one a different shade of brown and grey and gold. They have been here for a very long time, shaped by the water that flows over them, day after day, year after year, without complaint, without resistance. The water does not rush. It does not hurry. It simply flows, always flowing, always moving, always the same and always new. You find a place to sit on the bank, where the grass meets the water, and you lower yourself down slowly. The ground is cool and firm beneath you. You can feel the dampness seeping through the fabric of your clothes, but it is not uncomfortable. It is just there, a sensation, nothing more. You let your hands rest on the grass beside you, palms open, fingers relaxed. The sound of the water is closer now, filling the space around you, filling the space inside you. It is a sound that asks nothing of you. It does not demand your attention or your understanding. It simply is, and you are here with it, and that is enough. The shepherd is somewhere nearby, though you do not see him. You feel his presence, like a warmth at the edge of your awareness, a quiet assurance that you are safe, that you are cared for, that you do not need to watch for anything. He leads you beside still waters, not rushing waters, not turbulent waters, but still waters. The water here is so calm it barely moves, reflecting the sky above like a mirror, a perfect copy of the pale blue and the thin clouds. You could sit here for a long time, watching the water, watching the sky, watching the grass bend and rise again in the gentle breeze. There is no need to count the moments. There is no need to measure the time. Your breath continues, slow and steady, like the water of the stream. In and out. In and out. Each breath is a small wave, rising and falling, without effort, without strain. The shepherd leads you beside still waters, and the waters are still because you are still. The stillness is not something you create. It is something you allow, something you return to, like coming home after a long journey. The shepherd restores your soul, not with a sudden flash or a dramatic change, but with a quiet, patient presence, like the sun warming the earth after a long night. You notice the light shifting, just slightly, as the sun moves across the sky. The shadows of the clouds drift over the meadow, slow and soft, like thoughts that come and go without urgency. The grass changes color in the shifting light, from deep green to pale green and back again. The water catches the light differently now, a little less bright, a little more golden. The day is moving toward evening, but there is no rush. Evening will come when it comes, and you will still be here, sitting beside the still waters, your breath slow, your body heavy, your mind quiet. The shepherd leads you, and you follow, not because you must, but because there is nowhere else you would rather be. The path is gentle, the pace is slow, and the still waters are always within reach. You do not need to know where the path leads. You do not need to see the destination. The path itself is the rest, the still waters are the rest, the shepherd is the rest. And you are held in this rest, like a child in a parent's arms, like a boat on a calm lake, like a leaf floating on the surface of the stream. Feel the weight of your body now, pressing into the ground, into the grass, into the earth beneath you. The weight is a comfort, a reminder that you are here, that you are safe, that you do not need to hold yourself up any longer. Let the ground hold you. Let the still waters hold you. Let the shepherd hold you. There is nothing you need to do, nothing you need to think, nothing you need to remember. The still waters are enough. The shepherd is enough. And you are enough, just as you are, in this moment, in this meadow, beside the water that flows without end. The sound of the water continues, a soft, steady murmur, like a lullaby that has been sung since the beginning of the world. It weaves through your thoughts, loosening them, letting them drift away like leaves on the current. You do not need to follow them. You do not need to catch them. They will go where they go, and you will stay here, beside the still waters, where the shepherd leads you, where your soul is restored, where there is nothing to fear and nothing to want. Breathe in the quiet. Breathe out the quiet. The still waters are here, and you are here, and that is all there is. The meadow stretches on, the sky softens, the water flows, and you remain, slow and still and held. The shepherd leads you beside the still waters, and you follow, without effort, without thought, without end. The shepherd leads you beside the still waters, and you follow, without effort, without thought, without end. The grass beneath you is soft, a deep green that seems to hold the last of the daylight within its blades. Each strand bends gently under the weight of your resting body, and you can feel the earth beneath it, firm and cool and patient, holding you as the shepherd holds the flock, without hurry, without demand. The sky above is a pale blue, fading into the softest gray at the edges, like a cloth that has been washed so many times it has lost all its color, leaving only a gentle warmth behind. There is no sun to see, only a light that comes from everywhere and nowhere, a light that does not change, does not shift, does not grow brighter or dimmer. It simply is, as you simply are, lying in the meadow beside the water that flows and never stops. The sound of the water is a constant companion, a low and rhythmic whisper that wraps around you like a blanket woven from the softest wool. It is the sound of the shepherd's staff brushing through the grass, the sound of the sheep breathing in the quiet of the evening, the sound of your own heart slowing to match the pulse of the earth beneath you. The water does not rush. It does not hurry. It moves with a patience that has no beginning and no end, a patience that has shaped the stones and the soil and the roots of the meadow grasses over countless seasons. You listen to its voice, and your thoughts become like the water, slow and clear and without urgency. They drift past you, one by one, like leaves carried on the current, and you do not reach for them. You do not hold them. You let them go, and they are gone, and the water continues, and you continue, lying still in the green grass beside the still waters. The shepherd is near. You do not see him, but you feel his presence like the warmth of the unseen light, a steady and certain comfort that asks nothing of you. He does not speak, and you do not need words. His presence is the quiet that surrounds you, the soft earth beneath you, the gentle slope of the meadow that leads down to the water's edge. He has led you here, to this place of rest, to this moment that stretches out like the meadow itself, wide and open and without boundary. There is no path to follow, no destination to reach. You are already where you need to be, and the shepherd is with you, and the still waters are before you, and your soul is restored in the silence that holds all things. The grass sways in a breeze so faint you barely feel it, only the softest brush against your skin, like the touch of a hand that means no harm, that means only to remind you that you are here, that you are safe, that you are held. The blades whisper to one another, a language older than words, a language of rustling and bending and returning to stillness. You breathe in the scent of the grass, green and fresh and clean, and you breathe out the weight of the day, the thoughts that no longer need to be carried. Each breath is a wave that rises and falls, slow and steady, like the water that moves beside you. In and out. In and out. The rhythm is soft and sure, and you follow it without effort, as you follow the shepherd, as the sheep follow the shepherd, step by step, breath by breath, into the quiet that has no end. The water is clear, so clear you can see the stones at the bottom, rounded and smooth from the endless flow that has passed over them. They lie in the shallows, still and patient, their colors muted and soft, grays and browns and the faintest hint of green where the moss has settled. You watch them without watching, your gaze soft and unfocused, your mind empty of all but the gentle movement of the water over the stones. The water does not ask the stones to change. It does not push them or shape them with force. It simply flows over them, around them, through them, and in the flowing, they are worn smooth, not by struggle, but by the patient touch of time. You rest in that same patience, letting the moments flow over you, letting the quiet wear away the edges of your thoughts, until there is nothing left but the smooth and simple feeling of being here, beside the still waters, where the shepherd leads you. The meadow stretches on in every direction, a gentle expanse of green that rises and falls like the breath of the earth. There are no fences, no paths, no signs of anything that was built or made. It is a place that has always been, that will always be, a place where the grass grows and the water flows and the shepherd gathers the flock in the quiet of the endless afternoon. You are part of this place now, your body resting in the grass, your breath blending with the breeze, your heartbeat falling into the rhythm of the water. There is no separation between you and the meadow, between you and the still waters, between you and the shepherd who leads you. You are held in the same gentle hands that hold the grass and the sky and the soft light that never fades. The sound of the water is your only companion now, a low and steady hum that fills the space around you and the space within you. It is the sound of rest, the sound of peace, the sound of a promise that was made long before you came to this meadow, a promise that the shepherd will lead you beside the still waters, that your soul will be restored, that you will lack nothing. You do not need to remember the words. You do not need to hold them in your mind. They are carried in the water, in the grass, in the soft light that surrounds you, and they find their way into your breath, into your bones, into the quiet place where you rest. The shepherd leads you, and you follow, without effort, without thought, without end. The still waters are here, and you are here, and the meadow holds you in its gentle green embrace, and the sky softens above you, and the water flows, slow and steady and endless, and you breathe, slow and steady and endless, and the quiet deepens, and you rest. The quiet deepens, and you rest, and the meadow continues to hold you in its gentle green embrace, and the water flows, slow and steady and endless, and you breathe, slow and steady and endless, and the soft light of the sky above you seems to settle into a kind of stillness that you have never known before, a stillness that is not empty but full, full of warmth, full of peace, full of the presence of the shepherd who leads you beside these still waters. And you do not need to see the shepherd's face, you do not need to hear the shepherd's voice, you only need to feel the gentle pull of that presence, like the current of the water itself, drawing you deeper into the quiet, deeper into the rest, deeper into the place where your soul can be restored. The grass beneath you is soft, so soft, and you can feel the coolness of the earth beneath the grass, a coolness that is not cold but soothing, grounding, as if the earth itself is holding you, supporting you, reminding you that you are safe, that you are cared for, that you lack nothing. The blades of grass brush against your fingers, against your palms, and you notice the way they bend and sway in the gentle breeze that moves across the meadow, a breeze that carries the scent of damp earth and fresh green things, a scent that is clean and simple and good, a scent that fills your lungs with each slow breath and settles into your chest like a quiet sigh. And the water, the still waters, they are not far from you, they are close, so close, and you can hear the soft murmur of the water as it moves over stones and around roots, a sound that is constant and unchanging, a sound that is like a lullaby, a sound that wraps around you and draws you into its rhythm, its slow and steady rhythm, its endless and peaceful rhythm. The shepherd leads you beside the still waters, and you follow, not with your feet, not with your body, but with your breath, with your heart, with the quiet part of you that knows the way without needing to see it. You do not need to know where the waters end, because they do not end, they flow on, through the meadow and beyond, into a distance that you do not need to see, a distance that is not important, because all that matters is the water that is here, the water that is now, the water that is still and clear and gentle, reflecting the soft light of the sky and the green of the grass and the quiet presence of the shepherd who stands beside you, who walks beside you, who rests beside you in the stillness of this moment. And you feel the weight of your body, the heaviness of your limbs, the soft pull of gravity that draws you down into the grass, into the earth, into the rest that is waiting for you, always waiting for you, in the meadow beside the still waters. Your eyelids grow heavy, and you let them close, and the world becomes softer, darker, quieter, and you are still aware of the light through your closed lids, a warm and gentle glow, and you are still aware of the water, its soft murmur, its slow flow, its endless presence, and you are still aware of the grass beneath you, the earth beneath the grass, the sky above you, the shepherd beside you, and all of it is good, all of it is peaceful, all of it is exactly as it should be. The shepherd leads you beside the still waters, and your soul is restored, not in a sudden flash, not in a dramatic moment, but slowly, gently, like the water itself, like the grass growing, like the light fading into evening, like the breath that moves in and out of your body without effort, without thought, without end. The restoration is a quiet thing, a thing that happens in the spaces between your thoughts, in the soft pauses between your breaths, in the stillness that grows deeper and deeper as you rest in the meadow, as you rest beside the water, as you rest in the presence of the shepherd who knows your name, who knows your heart, who knows the quiet place where you are safe and whole and at peace. And you do not need to do anything, you do not need to think anything, you do not need to hold on to any thought or image or word, because the meadow holds you, the water holds you, the shepherd holds you, and you are free to let go, free to sink deeper into the softness, free to rest in the quiet that surrounds you and fills you and becomes you. The water flows, and you flow with it, not as a separate thing, but as part of the same gentle current, the same slow and steady movement, the same endless and peaceful rhythm. The grass bends in the breeze, and you bend with it, not as a separate thing, but as part of the same gentle sway, the same soft and quiet dance, the same endless and peaceful rhythm. The light softens, and you soften with it, not as a separate thing, but as part of the same warm and gentle glow, the same quiet and still presence, the same endless and peaceful rhythm. The shepherd leads you beside the still waters, and you are restored, and you are whole, and you are at peace, and you do not need to know what that means, you do not need to understand it, you only need to feel it, to breathe it, to rest in it, to let it carry you deeper and deeper into the quiet, deeper and deeper into the rest, deeper and deeper into the meadow where the water flows and the grass grows and the light softens and the shepherd waits, always waits, beside the still waters, for you to come and rest, for you to come and be still, for you to come and be held, for you to come and be restored. And the water continues to flow, slow and steady and endless, and your breath continues to move, slow and steady and endless, and the quiet continues to deepen, slow and steady and endless, and you are here, in the meadow, beside the still waters, held in the gentle green embrace of the grass, held in the soft warm glow of the light, held in the quiet presence of the shepherd who leads you, who guides you, who rests with you, who restores your soul, who gives you everything you need, who gives you nothing more than this moment, this meadow, this water, this breath, this rest, this peace, this quiet that goes on and on and on, without end, without effort, without thought, without anything at all except the softness, the stillness, the slow and steady and endless flow of the water, and the grass, and the light, and the shepherd, and you, resting, resting, resting beside the still waters, where your soul is restored, where you lack nothing, where the quiet deepens, and you rest. The grass beneath you, it holds you so gently, so completely, each blade a soft and yielding support, a cushion of green that shapes itself perfectly to the curve of your back, the weight of your limbs, the quiet settling of your whole body into the earth. And the earth itself is warm, warm from the sun that pours down through the air, a sun that is not harsh, not bright, but soft and golden, a light that seems to come from everywhere and nowhere at once, a light that fills the meadow with a gentle glow, a light that touches your closed eyelids with a warmth that is deep and steady and constant, like the warmth of a hand resting on your brow, a hand that is patient and kind and knows no hurry. And you breathe, and the breath comes easily, slowly, a rhythm that matches the sway of the grass in the breeze, a breeze that is barely there, a whisper of air that carries the scent of damp earth and sweet clover and the clean, cool smell of the water that moves beside you, the still waters that are not still at all but moving, moving so slowly, so smoothly, a gentle current that barely disturbs the surface, a surface that reflects the soft blue of the sky and the white of the clouds and the deep green of the trees that stand at the edge of the meadow, trees that are old and tall and quiet, trees that have stood here for a long, long time, watching the seasons pass, watching the sheep come and go, watching the shepherd lead his flock to this place of rest, this place of peace, this place where the water moves and the grass grows and the light falls and everything is as it should be, without effort, without striving, without any need for anything to be different than it is right now. In this moment, in this breath, in this slow and endless now. And the shepherd, he is there, you know he is there, not in a way that demands your attention, not in a way that asks anything of you, but simply present, a presence that is steady and sure and calm, a presence that fills the meadow with a sense of safety, a sense of being watched over, a sense of being held in a care that is deep and wide and without condition. He sits on a large, flat stone near the edge of the water, his staff resting across his knees, his eyes soft and quiet as he looks out over the flock, over the sheep that graze and rest and move slowly through the grass, over the lambs that lie close to their mothers, over the old ones that stand with their heads bowed, their breath slow and steady, their bodies at peace. And you are one of them, you are part of this flock, you are a sheep in this meadow, and there is no need to be anything else, no need to be more or less or different, no need to worry about the path ahead or the path behind, because the shepherd knows the way, the shepherd has already walked it, the shepherd has led you here, to this place of green grass and still waters, to this place of rest, to this place where your soul can be restored, where the weariness of the day, the weight of the world, the noise and the hurry and the endless doing, all of it can be set down, can be released, can be allowed to fall away like leaves falling from a tree, like dust settling on a quiet road, like the last light of evening fading into the soft and gentle dark. And you feel it, that release, that letting go, a softening that starts somewhere deep inside you, in the place where the tension lives, the place where the worry lives, the place where the thoughts circle and never find rest. And you feel that place begin to loosen, begin to unclench, begin to open, like a hand that has been held in a fist for a long time, slowly, slowly opening, the fingers stretching, the palm relaxing, the warmth of the air touching the skin, the tension flowing out, 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 and away, carried on the breath, carried on the breeze, carried on the gentle current of the water that moves beside you, water that is clear and cool and deep, water that reflects the sky and the clouds and the soft green of the trees, water that has been flowing here for a long, long time, before you came, before the shepherd came, before the meadow was a meadow, and it will flow long after you have gone, long after the sheep have moved on to other pastures, long after the light has shifted and the seasons have turned, but for now, for this moment, for this breath, The water is here, and you are here, and the shepherd is here, and the grass is soft beneath you, and the light is warm upon you, and the air is still and quiet and filled with the sound of the water, a sound that is not a sound at all but a presence, a low and steady hum that is the voice of the meadow itself, a voice that says nothing and everything, a voice that speaks of rest, of peace, of the slow and endless flow of time, of the way that everything that is held, is carried, is supported by something deeper, something older, something that knows the way, something that leads you beside the still waters, something that restores your soul. And you breathe, and the breath is deep and slow, and the breath is warm and soft, and the breath is a rhythm that matches the rhythm of the water, the rhythm of the grass, the rhythm of the light as it shifts and fades and deepens, the light that is changing now, growing softer, growing warmer, growing more golden as the afternoon moves toward evening, as the shadows lengthen across the meadow, as the air grows cooler and the scent of the earth grows stronger, the scent of the damp grass, the scent of the still water, the scent of the trees that stand at the edge of the meadow, trees that are dark and quiet and patient, trees that have seen many afternoons like this one, many evenings like the one that is coming, many sheep resting in this same grass, many shepherds sitting on this same stone, many moments of peace that have come and gone and come again, always the same, always different, always held in the same quiet presence, the same gentle care, the same slow and steady flow of the water that moves beside you, water that is still and moving, water that is deep and clear, water that is the same water that has been here since the beginning, the water of the still places, the water of the quiet places, the water that restores the soul, the water that gives you everything you need, the water that asks nothing in return, the water that simply is, and you are, and the shepherd is, and the grass is, and the light is, and the quiet deepens, and you rest, and the rest is deep, and the rest is wide, and the rest is endless, and you are held in the green embrace of the grass, held in the warm glow of the light, held in the quiet presence of the shepherd who leads you, who guides you, who rests with you, who restores your soul, who gives you everything you need, who gives you nothing more than this moment, this meadow, this water, this breath, this rest, this peace, this quiet that goes on and on and on, without end, without effort, without thought, without anything at all except the softness, the stillness, the slow and steady and endless flow of the water, and the grass, and the light, and the shepherd, and you, resting beside the still waters, where your soul is restored, where you lack nothing, where the quiet deepens, and you rest. The water continues its slow, unhurried path beside you, a ribbon of silver and shadow that never hurries, never pauses, never arrives anywhere it was not already meant to be. You lie on the grass, and the grass holds you, and the water speaks in its quiet language of ripple and gleam, and the shepherd sits nearby, his presence as steady as the earth beneath you, as constant as the sky above. You do not need to look at him to know he is there. You feel him in the way the air softens around you, in the way the light seems to gather where he rests, in the way your breathing slows to match the rhythm of the water, the rhythm of the grass, the rhythm of the shepherd's quiet watchfulness. The meadow stretches around you, green and gentle, and the trees stand at the edges like old friends who have no need to speak. Their leaves rustle now and then, a soft whisper that blends with the water's murmur, and the light falls through the branches in patches of gold and warmth, dappling the grass where you lie. You notice how the light moves, how it slides across your hand, across your arm, across the closed lids of your eyes, and you do not follow it. You let it come and go, like the breath that enters and leaves your body without your asking, without your effort, without your thought. The light is there, and then it is somewhere else, and you are still here, still resting, still held in the green and the gold and the quiet. The shepherd does not move. He sits on a stone near the water's edge, his staff resting across his knees, his eyes looking out over the meadow with a gaze that holds everything and nothing. He sees the grass, and the grass is enough. He sees the water, and the water is enough. He sees you, and you are enough. There is no expectation in his eyes, no demand, no urgency. He is simply present, simply watching, simply being with you in this place where time has no meaning, where the sun does not set and the shadows do not deepen, where the water flows and never changes, and you rest, and you rest, and you rest. You feel the grass beneath your fingers, the cool blades and the warm earth, and you press your palms into the ground as if to anchor yourself in this moment that is not a moment at all but a stillness that stretches on and on, like the water, like the light, like the shepherd's quiet presence. Your breathing slows, and your thoughts grow soft, and the words that once filled your mind begin to fade, one by one, like ripples spreading across the surface of a pond and then disappearing, leaving only the smooth, still water behind. There is nothing you need to remember. There is nothing you need to forget. There is only this, only the grass, only the water, only the shepherd, only you, resting. The water speaks to you in its quiet way, a language older than words, a language of cool and flow and endless return. You listen, and you do not try to understand. You let the sound wash over you, through you, around you, and you feel yourself becoming part of the water, part of the grass, part of the light, part of the shepherd's quiet gaze. The boundaries between you and the meadow begin to soften, to blur, to fade, and you are no longer separate from the green or the gold or the gentle flow. You are the grass that bends in the breeze. You are the water that moves without effort. You are the light that falls and rises and falls again. You are the shepherd's rest, the shepherd's peace, the shepherd's quiet song that has no words. And the shepherd, still and steady, does not speak. He does not need to. His presence is the word, his stillness is the song, his gaze is the prayer that holds you in this place, this green and gentle place, this place of still waters and restored souls. You feel his attention like a warmth that surrounds you, like a hand that rests on your shoulder without weight, like a breath that matches your breath, slow and deep and endless. He leads you, but you do not move. He guides you, but you have nowhere to go. He restores your soul, and your soul is already whole, already quiet, already at peace in the green embrace of the grass, in the warm glow of the light, in the soft and steady flow of the water that goes on and on. The water flows beside you, and you follow it with your eyes, your gaze soft and unfocused, tracing the curve of the bank, the shimmer of the surface, the way the light catches and releases, like a heartbeat that has forgotten its own rhythm. The water does not hurry. It does not know hurry. It only knows the slow and steady path, the gentle descent, the endless return to itself. And you, lying in the grass, feel the same slow and steady path unfolding beneath you, around you, within you. There is no rush. There is no destination. There is only the flow, the grass, the light, the shepherd, the quiet. You close your eyes, and the meadow does not disappear. It becomes softer, warmer, more distant, like a memory that has no edges, no sharpness, no need to be remembered. You feel the grass beneath you, the water beside you, the shepherd above you, and you sink into the green and the gold and the quiet, deeper and deeper, like a stone settling into the soft mud at the bottom of a stream. The light behind your eyelids is a gentle gold, a warm and steady glow that does not change, does not flicker, does not ask anything of you. You rest in that light, and the light rests in you, and the shepherd rests with you, and the water flows on and on and on. The shepherd's presence grows softer, more distant, like a bell that has been rung and is now fading into silence, into stillness, into the quiet that holds everything together and asks nothing in return. You feel him, but you do not see him. You hear him, but you do not listen. You know him, but you do not think. He is there, and that is enough. He is there, and you are here, and the meadow is between you and around you and within you, and the water flows, and the grass grows, and the light falls, and you rest, and you rest, and you rest. The water continues its slow, unhurried path beside you, and you lie in the grass, and the grass holds you, and the shepherd sits nearby, and the light falls gently, and your breathing slows, and your thoughts fade, and the quiet deepens, and you are held held in the green embrace of the grass, held in the warm glow of the light, held in the quiet presence of the shepherd who leads you, who guides you, who rests with you, who restores your soul, who gives you nothing more than this moment. This meadow, this water, this breath, this rest, this peace, this quiet that goes on and on and on, without end, without effort, without thought, without anything at all except the softness, the stillness, the slow and steady and endless flow of the water, and the grass, and the light, and the shepherd, and you, resting, resting, resting beside the still waters, where your soul is restored, where you lack nothing, where the quiet deepens, and you rest. And the water flows, and the grass holds, and the light falls, and the shepherd watches, and you rest, and the rest is deep, and the rest is wide, and the rest is endless, and you are held in the green embrace of the grass, held in the warm glow of the light, held in the quiet presence of the shepherd who leads you, who guides you, who rests with you, who restores your soul, who gives you everything you need, who gives you nothing more than this moment, this meadow, this water, this breath, this rest, this peace, this quiet that goes on and on and on, without end, without effort, without thought, without anything at all except the softness, the stillness, the slow and steady and endless flow of the water, and the grass, and the light, and the shepherd, and you, resting, resting, resting beside the still waters, where your soul is restored, where you lack nothing, where the quiet deepens, and you rest. The quiet deepens, and you rest. The quiet deepens, and you rest. The quiet deepens, and you rest, and the rest deepens with it, and the rest deepens around you, and the rest deepens inside you, and you feel the weight of your body settling into the grass, settling into the earth, settling into the stillness that holds you from below and from above and from every side, and you are held in the firm and gentle press of the ground beneath you, held in the soft and steady warmth of the air around you, held in the quiet and constant presence that asks nothing of you, that expects nothing from you, that wants nothing from you except that you rest, that you rest, that you rest. And your breath grows slow, and your breath grows deep, and your breath grows quiet, and the rhythm of your breathing begins to match the rhythm of the water, the slow and steady and endless flow of the water beside you, the water that moves without hurry, without purpose, without destination, the water that simply moves because it is water, because it is the nature of water to move, and you breathe because it is your nature to breathe, and you rest because it is your nature to rest, and there is nothing to do, nothing to achieve, nothing to become, nothing to understand, nothing to grasp, nothing to hold, nothing to release, nothing to let go of, nothing to hold on to, nothing at all except the breath moving in and out, in and out, in and out, slow and steady and soft and warm and quiet and still. And the light around you fades, soft and slow and gentle, like the closing of a curtain, like the dimming of a lamp, like the settling of dusk over a quiet field, and the light does not disappear, does not vanish, does not leave you in darkness, but simply softens, simply deepens, simply becomes a warmer and a quieter and a gentler light, a light that does not demand your attention, a light that does not ask you to see, a light that simply holds you in its glow, a light that simply surrounds you with its warmth, a light that simply lets you rest, lets you close your eyes, lets you sink deeper into the stillness, deeper into the quiet, deeper into the peace that has no name, no shape, no boundary, no end. And you feel the weight of your eyelids, heavy and soft and warm, and you feel the weight of your hands, resting at your sides, heavy and still and quiet, and you feel the weight of your legs, stretched out before you, heavy and relaxed and peaceful, and you feel the weight of your chest, rising and falling with each slow breath, rising and falling with each slow and steady and gentle breath, and the weight is not a burden, is not a pressure, is not a heaviness that you must carry, but a weight that settles you, a weight that grounds you, a weight that holds you in place, a weight that tells you that you are here, that you are safe, that you are resting, that you are held, that you are exactly where you need to be, that you need nothing more than this, that you want nothing more than this, that this is enough, this is enough, this is enough. And the shepherd is with you, and the shepherd is near you, and the shepherd is beside you, and the shepherd does not speak, does not move, does not direct, does not guide, does not lead, does not call, does not command, does not ask, does not expect, does not require, does not need anything from you, and the shepherd simply sits with you, simply rests with you, simply stays with you. And the presence of the shepherd is like the presence of the grass beneath you, like the presence of the water beside you, like the presence of the light above you, like the presence of the air around you. And the presence of the shepherd is a quiet presence, a still presence, a presence that asks nothing of you, that wants nothing from you, that gives you everything you need, that gives you nothing at all except this moment, this meadow, this water, this breath, this rest, this peace, this quiet that goes on and on and on, without end, without effort, without thought, without anything at all except the softness, the stillness, the slow and steady and endless flow of the water, and the grass, and the light, and the shepherd, and you, resting, resting, resting beside the still waters. And the water flows, slow and steady and endless, and the water flows, and the water flows, and the water does not change, does not stop, does not start, does not begin, does not end, does not arrive, does not depart, does not go anywhere, does not come from anywhere, does not mean anything, does not signify anything, does not teach anything, does not reveal anything, does not show you anything, does not hide anything from you. And the water simply flows, and you simply rest, and the water flows, and you rest, and the water flows, and you rest, and the water flows, and you rest, and there is nothing else, nothing more, nothing less, nothing different, nothing new, nothing old, nothing forgotten, nothing remembered. Nothing at all except the flow of the water and the rest of your body and the quiet of your mind and the peace of your heart and the stillness of the meadow and the warmth of the light and the presence of the shepherd and the breath of your lungs and the weight of your bones and the softness of the grass and the gentle and the quiet and the slow and the steady and the endless and the deep and the wide and the soft and the still and the rest, the rest, the rest. And the rest deepens, and the rest deepens, and the rest deepens, and you feel the rest in your bones, in your muscles, in your skin, in your breath, in your heartbeat, in your thoughts, or what remains of your thoughts, the thoughts that have grown quiet, the thoughts that have grown distant, the thoughts that have grown soft and slow and separate from you, the thoughts that float like clouds across a sky that is wide and blue and empty, the thoughts that pass without leaving a trace, without asking for your attention, without demanding your response, and you watch them, or you do not watch them, and you follow them, or you do not follow them, and you let them go, or you do not hold them, and the thoughts drift away, and the thoughts drift away, and the thoughts drift away, and you are left with nothing, nothing at all, nothing except the quiet, nothing except the stillness, nothing except the rest that holds you, the rest that carries you, the rest that cradles you, the rest that rocks you, the rest that soothes you, the rest that heals you, the rest that restores you, the rest that gives you everything you need, the rest that gives you nothing at all, the rest that is the only thing there is, the rest that is the only thing there has ever been, the rest that is the only thing there will ever be, the rest that goes on and on and on, without end, without effort, without thought, without anything at all. And the light fades, and the light fades, and the light fades, and the light becomes a soft and gentle glow, a warm and quiet glow, a glow that does not illuminate, does not reveal, does not show, does not display, does not make anything visible, does not make anything clear, does not make anything known, and the glow simply surrounds you, simply holds you, simply warms you, simply stays with you, and the glow is like the breath of the shepherd, like the heartbeat of the shepherd, like the presence of the shepherd, and the glow is like the water, like the grass, like the earth, like the sky, like the air, like the stillness, like the quiet, like the rest, and the glow is everything, and the glow is nothing, and the glow is the only thing there is, and the glow is the only thing there has ever been, and the glow is the only thing there will ever be, and the glow is soft, and the glow is warm, and the glow is quiet, and the glow is still, and the glow is rest, and the glow is peace. And the glow is you, and the glow is the shepherd, and the glow is the water, and the glow is the grass, and the glow is the meadow, and the glow is the light, and the glow is the rest, and the glow is the rest, and the glow is the rest. And you rest, and you rest, and you rest, and there is nothing else, nothing more, nothing less, nothing different, nothing new, nothing old, nothing forgotten, nothing remembered, nothing at all except the rest that holds you, the rest that carries you, the rest that cradles you, the rest that rocks you, the rest that soothes you, the rest that heals you, the rest that restores you, the rest that gives you everything you need, the rest that gives you nothing at all, the rest that is the only thing there is, the rest that is the only thing there has ever been, the rest that is the only thing there will ever be, the rest that goes on and on and on, without end, without effort, without thought, without anything at all except the softness, the stillness, the slow and steady and endless flow of the water, and the grass, and the light, and the shepherd, and you, resting beside the still waters, where your soul is restored, where you lack nothing, where the quiet deepens, and you rest, and you rest, and you rest, and the rest is deep, and the rest is wide, and the rest is endless, and you are held in the green embrace of the grass, held in the warm glow of the light, held in the quiet presence of the shepherd, held in the slow and steady and endless flow of the water, held in the stillness, held in the quiet, held in the rest, held in the peace, held in the soft and gentle and warm and quiet and still and endless and deep and wide and rest. Rest, 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 rest.